Valentine's Day is commercialized, Christopher Dorner is on the loose, and a fashionista commits suicide. Find out why on What Were They Thinking? Valentine's Day, the day we're required to show our love by spending money. Whispering sweet nothings in your lover's ear comes across as empty unless it's said in a five-star restaurant or accompanied by publicly delivered roses and chocolates. But why do we need these outward displays of affection and spend? Well, the flower and jewelry companies will have you feeling guilty if you don't lay out the cash. But the truth is, if you're feeling guilty, it's more likely due to your needing Valentine's Day to remind you to show your partner some love and romance. And romance doesn't need to come with a hefty price tag. Instead of focusing on expensive candlelit dinners, use the day as motivation to step up the romance and show our love in other, more genuine ways, and not just on Valentine's Day. Christopher Dorner, a former LAPD officer, has gone on a spree, killing 3 people and injuring another. Dorner's rage is aimed at the LAPD and their alleged racist and corrupt practices that he thinks got him fired back in 2008. He's determined to hand out his own form of justice by killing anyone who's even remotely related to his firing. So, what is Dorner thinking? Though I've never examined him, based on clinical judgment, it's a fair bet that he may have always been on the fringe psychologically, with some sort of rageful personality disorder. His firing could have been the trigger that set him off. Like so many others who have been wrongly fired from their job, Dorner should have found a peaceful way to handle his situation. After all, murder can never be justified. 22-year-old Ashley Ann Rigatano recently jumped off the George Washington Bridge. We know that Ashley was a high-risk individual, being that she had already been taking psychiatric medications and had a previous suicide attempt. But anyone scanning her Facebook profile could see she was also dealing with fighting, bullying, and gossiping within her circle of female frenemies. Her suicide note even banned 5 of them from her funeral. Did the drama push her over the edge? Well, we just don't know. If she were truly a victim of bullying, then she would not be the first or the last person to respond by committing suicide. However, like Rigatano, the majority of people who commit suicide have some sort of psychiatric history and/or substance abuse issue. We can only hope that Ashley will rest in peace and that her suicide will help us appreciate how fragile a person with emotional problems truly can be.